information tonight. Palm Springs police say they are getting new tips after releasing this sketch of two men who allegedly abducted a woman from a bus stop and sexually assaulted her. Now bus riders are on alert. News Channel 5's Marissa Baggs has the latest on the investigation and whether riders are changing their habits to stay safe. Marissa?
Yeah, Kelly, some of those new leads have already gone cold. Police say others are looking promising. We do know that most of the people here at the bus stop are aware of what happened, mainly because of this flyer that has been circulating. Now, according to police, what we know right now is two men showed up right here in a green SUV on Friday. They were stopped right here outside the bus stop, forced a woman into the car, and then took off. Emily Duvall keeps her eyes peeled while waiting for the 61 bus along 10th Avenue North in Palm Springs. 15 years of using public transportation has taught her to stay alert. Learning of an alleged kidnapping still catches her by surprise.
I have to use the buses, and I try to find the safest areas, and this was one I thought was safe.
Police say two Hispanic men abducted a woman from the bus stop Friday around noon. One allegedly assaulted her while the other one drove. The woman fought back.
What she did was, kick, fight, scream, and not be a willing participant in your own kidnapping.
The men let her out of the car about 4 miles away in Green Acres. She immediately called police. No suspects have been found. We shared the police flyer with women who frequent that bus stop today. They took pictures of the sketches so they know who to watch out for.
I'm always by myself, and the bad thing is I always finish at 1:30 sometimes to work, so I'm always afraid to be by myself at the bus station.
Police say it was a random incident and no similar crimes have been reported recently in the Palm Beach County area. The lesson here is to be alert. These women say they have no choice but to ride the bus.
It'd be nice if you could just sit here and read till your bus comes, but that's dangerous.
And police tell us they have looked into surveillance video in the area. The Pier 1 across the street does have cameras, but they don't face this way. We're also told there is a county camera at this intersection behind me, but it's not set up to record. That's why it's important, if you do recognize these two faces here, sketched here, to go ahead and call Palm Springs Police. They're hoping that that leads them to these two suspects. For now, we're live here in Palm Springs. I'm Marissa Baggs, WPTV News Channel 5.
Heading into the heart of hurricane season, we have a new tropical depression in the Atlantic. Actually, it's in the Caribbean, just south of Puerto Rico. Getting a little bit better organized. The hurricane hunters flew through it this afternoon. They found a low-level center. That makes it a depression. The wind's at 35, moving northwest at 9. That works in our favor. It cuts across Haiti and the Dominican Republic with some heavy rainfall and then works well east of the Bahamas on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So the forecast track is way off the Florida coastline and no threat here. Computer model tracks in pretty good agreement. The best models in the world making that big turn north and then eventually northeast. It's up over some warm water. All the red here, this is above 80 degrees. So as it churns across the Dominican Republic on Friday and Saturday, it will strengthen a little. If it is a name storm, it would be called Gabrielle, the G storm for this year as we head toward the peak of hurricane season coming up on the 10th. More coming up.
I'm Jake Cashmere at the live desk with the developing story. A state senator and state representative have filed a bill to repeal Florida's red light camera program. State Bill 144 will prohibit traffic infraction detection devices in Florida. Both are calling for local governments to address safety and not generate additional tax revenues. This legislation would allow drivers to challenge lower notice of violation citations. That's it from the live desk for now. Back to you, Michael.
Jay, thank you. What do you think about red light cameras? Do you think they make our roads safer? Please join the conversation going on right now on the WPTV Facebook page.
And traffic continues to be moving smoothly tonight if you are headed along I-95 as well as the Turnpike. Let's look at our Live 5 camera network at 95 and Donald Ross Road. This is looking south. You can see traffic up to speed in both directions. Let's take a look at those drive times. If you are headed along I-95 from south to north from Glades Road to Okeechobee Boulevard, you're looking at a 25-minute commute. From Okeechobee Boulevard to Indiantown Road, a 17-minute commute. And from Indiantown Road to Southwest Canner Highway, a 13-minute commute. That's your time saver traffic.
Now to a consumer alert. There are 2 new recalls from Toyota tonight. The first involves more than 130,000 Highlander hybrid and Lexus RX 400h vehicles. Transistors in the hybrid system can overheat. That can trigger a warning that in some cases can result in the car unexpectedly stopping while it's operating. The other recall affects Lexus models IS350, IS350C, and GS350. These cars will also stop while on the road, this time due to the bolts in the variable valve timing control device. Owners of these vehicles will be notified about all of this by mail. Check your fridge tonight. Chobani is right now pulling some of its Greek yogurt from supermarket shelves after reports of swelling in cups. The company says a type of mold commonly found in dairy products might be to blame for the yogurt popping and appearing runny and bubbly. There have been no reports of illness. That's something good to know right now. The affected yogurt contains the code 16-012. It includes the expiration dates between September 11th and October 7th.
Right now, a portion of North Fort Myers is under a state of emergency because of flooding. The flooding's washed out some streets and flooded pastures as well, as you see. So bad in some areas that farm animals are stranded on small islands between the big patches of water. Residents say years ago the county dug ditches to mitigate flooding, but now they say it brings water to the area even faster. New at 5:30, there is now a new honorary junior officer on the Boynton Beach Police Force tonight. 3-year-old Anthony Bentley loves the police department. The West Palm Beach boy is also battling cancer. Well, today, Boynton Beach Police Chief Jeffrey Katz presented Anthony with his own junior badge. Junior Officer Bentley also met canine officers, watched a SWAT team demonstration, and rode in a cruiser with an officer.
It's really important because usually he spends a lot of time in the hospital because he's doing the chemo. So he's outdoor right now and get to see all this excitement.
He likes police cars. He likes to drive the cars, and he likes cars, trucks, and he likes the SWAT. So this was really cool.
So all of us, the Boynton Beach Police Department, what a great effort by them, his family, and all of us wish him well. Anthony's parents say he'll be going back into the hospital soon for more intense treatment.
A Florida teenager is still recovering after being bitten by a shark. What he says about getting back into the water.
We're bringing you a very special homecoming coming up, the kind that never gets old.
Covering Florida, a 17-year-old high school football star who received 30 stitches after being bitten by a shark is talking about the experience. Rashud Floyd was wading in the water at Ormond Beach this week when the shark bit. Floyd said he was standing watching his friends try to surf when the shark bumped into his neck and chomped down.
Wave hit me from behind, and then the shark, I guess, hit me in my neck, and I fell back into the water. I think that's when he bit me, when I was in the water, when I fell back.
His scar has earned the football player a new nickname, Shark Bite. He says he does not plan on going back into the ocean.
An Orange County deputy is recovering right now after being injured during a scuffle while investigating a drug tip in Central Florida. The injury not life-threatening. Authorities say 14 people, including 8 women, are being detained. One person was arrested and charged with battery on a law enforcement officer.
Now to our text to vote poll results. We want to know if you think your child's school has enough security. 79% of you who voted said no. 21% said yes. You can still text yes or no to participate in this poll. Just send it to 29,000.
Coming up, dirty business. The questions are there, and the West Palm Beach mayor is ordering a probe into the city's sewage plant.
Plus, we know kids need their vitamins, so why is one company removing them from their cereal?
Yep, just here. Yes. 50-51 is dead. If you could put this in your pocket and put this. Hey, Joel. Hey, how are you doing? See you. I'm on this side.
Don't worry, it's just right here. Basically, for here, I'll have you talk about this for the electricians. Is it on that side?
Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah, if you
and check this before I put it there. There you go, sir. I just want to.
Nice job. Got the mayor going.
Can we switch pockets? Let's go to this side.
This is off. Your water to this side.
There we go. That's
And
fine.
where do you say you want me looking? Just
Interview,
look at you?
Don't worry about any of the cameras.
I can look at you.
The camera will shoot where they'll be seeing you face on.
And I look, do I look all right?
You're fine. Perfect. Yeah.
I'm trusting you now.
No, you're perfect. Don't worry about the cameras. They've got a nice shot of you and just some conversation with us. Thanks for coming in, Joel. Appreciate it. Huh? Little? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sure. New information coming in from the city of West Palm Beach as Mayor Jerry Moyo orders an investigation into several city departments. Moyo responding to a Palm Beach Post story focusing much of her attention on alleged ongoing worker complaints and personnel issues at the city-run sewage plant. And she wants to know if there was interference with the work of an internal city auditor sent to check up on the plant.
We know that the plant itself is working very well, getting the job done, doing what it's supposed to be doing with the sewage. But we clearly have some personnel issues there that have to be addressed.
Joel Englehart, an investigative team editor with the Palm Beach Post, joins us. It was your article that now has the mayor and others taking a sharper focus here. What's at the core of the friction or alleged problems going on at the plant, Joel?
Well, you could say it's sort of a situation of the inmates running the asylum. What started out as just some ugly feelings that have been going back years and years in the sewage plant. Anonymous complaints have been funneled forward for a long time, but recently they started up again. There's a lot of unhappiness with the current administration, not at the mayor's level, but at the workers' level and the plant operating level.
And complaints, when you talk about complaints, about the work hours, about work conditions, about the way they're dealt with one-on-one, or all of the above?
The workers feel like the former plant manager who was promoted to a utilities director position was harassing them in ways and micromanaging. So it got very, there was below it was simmering below the scenes quite a bit. And these anonymous complaints come forward, and these men who were running the plant had a scheduled interview with the city's internal auditor. And during that interview, they were told to report to HR. It was an interview, it was a tour. They were showing him around. He said at that time he wasn't formally investigating, but he had received these complaints from a city commissioner, and he was looking into it. In the middle of that interview, they were yanked out. They were told to report to HR, and they were both sent home without leave. This is the plant superintendent and the plant operator.
And very briefly, one of them later lost the job. Now the mayor's saying both will be reinstated. But it all speaks to the issue about problems at the plant, the complaints you talked about, an internal audit that still is not done, correct? They still want to get to the bottom of what's going on here and whether it's impacting the plant at all.
The audit just started this week, formally. But what happened to these two workers is they were charged with something completely unrelated based on an anonymous complaint, while the city was not working with them on their other anonymous complaints.
We know that it's something you and your team at the Palm Beach Post continue to dig into, and the mayor now, you have her attention and the city's. We'll see where it goes from here. Thank you for taking a minute or two to be with us this day, Joel. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.